Yeah. He already mentally checked out.
Can you take him to the Bradford one?
Mentally checked out. He said, when he said that, I said, what? I have to make some research. He said, I can do that to the belly anyways.
I know that we have to make sure we stick to the game plan, and we have to do the things that I've been told to do. You know, day in day out, we've been working with different sparring partners. Sparring partners are coming in fresh, and also these are tough young fighters as well. Who I've been using.
So nice to come back. It's so good that we got on the gym as well. You know what I mean?
Obviously, the sparring that we did with Terence was amazing, but I think the main thing was there was other fighters, other boxers that we used that were very similar to Kell, who probably showed more of Kell Brook. Obviously, Terence is one guy who obviously walked through Kell Brook and destroyed him, and I think with that being said, I think when I sparred with him, obviously he was telling me things, what to work on. Also, when I was on the bags, he'll come over and tell me things and give me instructions, which was very nice of him. He's always at the gym and always works out, and he's always coming over and giving me his bit of advice. Then we had Bomac, obviously, who trained Crawford for that fight, so he knows Kell Brook quite well from that fight. And then obviously now looking at him again, and seeing how that fight went, he knows his flaws. But look, this fight's at 149, obviously give Kell that 2-pound advantage. Obviously he's going to carry a little bit more power. We have to make sure that we give it a good clinical and outbox him, clinically. You have to make sure that I stick to the game plan, and having Bomac and the team who are drilling it in me all the time in training. Everything we do in training is to beat Kell Brook. And it's like I'm visualizing a Kell Brook in front of me every time I'm hitting the pads.
Well, it's got to be a different game plan because Amir's a different fighter than Terence. He's a whole total different fighter. So you got to know what your fighter he's capable of as you go into the fight. So, like I said, the game plan to be different because of what he brings to the table as a fighter. You just got to make sure physically he's in shape to be able to do it. Because if he ain't in shape to be able to do the things that you want him to do, he's mentally going to fall apart. That's just not only him, but any other fighter if you don't physically get him together. So that was the most important thing, is to get the body together, get the mind right, and then everything else will fall into place.
Ranks. Look, yeah, you can't disrespect him. He's won a world title. You have to respect that. He's up there as one of the top ones in our generation. He's fought some decent fighters and beat some decent fighters as well. So yeah, look, end of the day, You have to give him that credit, and like I said, I have to make sure that when I fight him, we have trained for like the best Kell Brook, the Kell Brook that fought Sean Porter, for example, and we're going to be fighting that Kell Brook, where he had the power, he had the speed, he had everything. So we've not taken, we've not left any stone unturned. We've just made sure we've done everything and everything. I think that in this time where we had COVID and at that time that I was off, away from the gym, kind of give me time to think about where do I want to be in life, and how do I want to fight, and how do I want to keep on, boxing, what style I'm going to use. And one thing I realised is that, look, I'm getting older, so I can't still have that fast in and out and throw a lot of punches. I have to be smart now when I box. I have to utilise my energy the right way. So what we did was, I started thinking about it a little bit more, and that made me realise that, look, there's a lot of things that I do in fights that are very risky, like causing me a lot of problems. And if I just stick to my basic style, I'll be fine. But I just try to do that a little bit more, just to make it more exciting. And I think having that big heart as well can get you sometimes in trouble. Having being a very ballsy fighter, go in there and when you don't really need to at times, just get the win. I mean, that's why you have to respect Floyd Mayweather. He's one of them guys where early in his career he was that ballsy fighter, but then as he got older, he thought, okay, fine, man, I have the engine. I'll just be smart and box and use my mind, and use my brain, use my skill. I think that's what we have to go to. As I'm getting older now, I'm going to start using more of my skill, more of my technique, more of the skill set I've got, because that's what will get me the wins now.